Hello and welcome to another episode of Exvius Updates, the show that brings you all of the hottest information for our fantastic application, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global, available to you guys on iOS, Android, as well as Amazon devices. I am your host, Shaly, and we're here with our always magical guest.
Hi, I'm Hiroki. I'm producer of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global version.
Yes, and this is the last episode of updates for this year because it is December and the end of 2019 is coming. It's very soon. It's right next door. I hope that you guys have a lot of wonderful plans for your holidays. I hope that you can pass some time with your loved ones, with your friends, or just doing the things that you love most, such as playing FFBE. But yeah, I'm just really excited about this holiday season.
Yeah, I'm sure that everyone is excited about the winter holidays. And also we have a special global original event and unit.
Yes.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoy the FFBE during the winter holidays.
Yes, of course. Do not, when you have free time, it's the best time to enjoy FFBE because you can play it at your own pace and you don't have to worry about, getting all that playtime done, during your work break or something like that, or while you're in the bathroom or something.
Yes.
Now that you have all this free time in the winter holiday season, if you do get a vacation, it's the perfect time to play FFBE with your friends and with your family. So I'm very excited for the content that's to come.
Yes, move on to the event detail.
Yeah.
Alex, on to you.
Hello everyone, I'm Alex and I'm back and excited.
Yes, and you also have somebody dangling from
I do
your
have
head.
somebody dangling from my head. I don't know, is this...
I hope you guys
I don't
get
know
this
what's happening
joke.
here, but-
If you don't know what this is, then I'm a little worried for you.
I
don't
did-
know how to explain
didn't
it.
know what
He
this
didn't
was.
know. I had to
I
explain
didn't
it
know
to
this
him.
was, but then, yeah.
Yeah, it's somebody going down a chimney. A very fat, jolly old man going down a chimney to deliver presents to all the good boys. So I hope you were a good boy this year, Alex.
I hope so too. But anyways, all of this to get into that holiday spirit, because I don't know about you, but Christmas is my favorite time of year.
Well, my favorite time of the year already passed because my favorite time of the year is Halloween, but the holidays are always a very, very, heartwarming time of the year.
Yeah, heartwarming time, exciting time, and what makes this even more exciting is that actually I'm back with the latest information from the development team and ready to share that all with you today.
Please do. I'm excited to learn what event we have planned for the holidays in FFB.
Yeah, so let's get started with that event. It's going to be, of course, the holiday event, Save Your Elf.
I still laugh at my own jokes. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Okay, it's funny. An elemental battle, and as usual, you'll complete battles to obtain event currency and event points. Of course, using bonus units will net you bonus currency, so make sure to have those in your party. And you will also get certain rewards for reaching certain event point thresholds. So rack up those points, not just the currency, and get those rewards as well. Of course, as usual, you'll be able to perform event summons with the event currency you collect, and you'll be able to get materials and other rewards. And then you'll be able to use the materials you obtain from these summons to craft event limited equipment. So again, the usual sting, but this time holiday themed.
Yeah, which makes it, 100 times better because everybody loves the holidays.
I know. I'm so excited because some of the main rewards you'll be able to get this time are as well holiday themed, so you can get all that holiday spirit going on, and holiday cheer. Starting first with the festive elf suit. Light armor that will grant you plus 10 attack, 20 defense and spirit, and 10% HP and MP. As well as boosting wind resistance by a whole 30%. And this will enable a festive set, which boosts your MP and spirit by 20% when equipped with the festive snow globe.
So what is the snow globe?
The snow globe is the second main piece of this event limited equipment you can craft. It's an accessory this time, which will grant you plus 5 attack, 15 defense and spirit, as well as plus 5% HP and MP. As well as boosting wind resistance, again, by another 15%.
Nice.
And this will also enable the festive set, which will boost MP and spirit by 10% when equipped with the festive reindeer antlers. Festive reindeer antlers, I don't have the details on them just yet, but they are going to be the third piece in this set of equipment. And indeed, during this event, some of the equipment will be these set type pieces of equipment, which means the more pieces you collect, the bigger the bonuses you'll be able to reap from equipping these equipments together. So keep that in mind and gather all that equipment.
Yeah. All right, and now it's time to talk about our holiday units. We have two new units. What are units? Units.
Units?
Yes.
It's a new thing.
I think the holiday spirit is doing something to me. It's making me act a little bit funny.
I hear all the kids are getting into it.
Oh, it must be contagious. But yes, two new holiday units coming to FFBE that are global originals. So the first unit that we have is Levinson, who is going to be a 5 to 7 star unit. He is the king of toys, and he is a true double hand hybrid attacker with a seasonal, holiday touch, right?
King of toys, though.
He is the king of toys.
Pretty nice title.
I don't know if he titled himself that or if somebody else gave him that title, but it's pretty high up there. It sounds very important, right? Yeah, so he's going to have, of course, a double cast, but he will be able to triple cast once he is in 7-star evolution. He has access to a lot of self-elemental imbues, which include fire, ice, wind, and earth. And he's also going to be able to support your party with different types of buffs that include stats buffs as well as elemental resistance buffs. So he's going to be, a myriad of things that can be very beneficial to your party if you have him around, as well as spread a little bit of holiday cheer with his design.
And bringing that holiday fighting spirit.
That's right. And now with these introduction of Magnus abilities that we had, coming from the Black Friday units, Levinson also has a Magnus ability that is called This Calls for a War, which can only be used once per battle. So again, make sure that you save that ability for a snowy day in case that you are, in a lot of trouble and you really need to just, pull that ace out of your sleeve. This is the one that you want to use because it boosts your attack, magic, defense, spirit by 200% for 2 turns for all allies. It also boosts ice and wind resistance by 100% for 2 turns for all allies. And it enables an ability called Snowball Fight that can be used once. This is enabled for all allies. And Snowball Fight is an ability that will deal ice damage and can also inflict paralysis, as well as remove some status effects from an enemy. So it's like you're getting hit in the face with a snowball and you're just so shocked that you can't move anymore.
I mean, snowballs hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you have
if you make them
that,
well, they do really hurt.
Yeah.
That's true. So time to use them as a weapon in FFBE, because that's what we do. All right, and some of his more notable abilities here. Checking it twice. You can use it 1 time every 5 turns. This is going to reduce all enemies' fire and ice resistance by 100%. So that's 100% in peril, which is absolutely beautiful. It will boost fire, ice, wind, and earth resistance for Levinson himself by 70%. These are both for 5 turns. And then it will enable Reveal Naughty List and Reveal Nice List to be used once by Levinson himself. So what is Reveal the Naughty List? Well, it's going to reduce fire and ice resistance by 120% for all enemies. This is for 3 turns. And it will boost physical and magical damage against fairies and humans by 25%, I believe, for all allies. So, you're punishing the bad guys for being bad because they're on the naughty list, but you're also helping out your friends because they're probably not on the naughty list.
So which list are you on?
I really don't know. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I wasn't good enough or bad enough, so Santa's just not going to bother. He's just not going to come. But Reveal the Nice List. It will boost fire and ice, wind, and earth resistance by 80% for 3 turns, as well as remove attack, defense, magic, and spirit breaks for all allies, and reduce attack and magic for all enemies by 74%, I believe, for 3 turns as well. So obviously the Nice List is to really, really help those who have been a good boy or girl or whatever you consider yourself in between this year, and Levinson is checking his list twice to see who's been naughty or nice. I just rhymed. Good job, man.
Dr. Seuss.
All right, another ability that Levinson has is called Pact with Presence, which you can use once every 5 turns. This is going to boost LB gauge by 200% for all allies for 5 turns. It's going to boost attack and magic by 250% for himself. So that one is not for all allies. Only the LB gauge field rate boost is for all allies. And it also boosts the damage of certain abilities for himself. I think the modifier is times 10. So look forward to that. It sounds like a very, very nice present to me, if you ask me.
Packed with presents.
Yes, and now to discuss his TMR, his Trustmaster and Super Trustmaster. His Trustmaster is going to be that mistletoe clip that you guys can see attached to his hat. And it is considered a hat in the game as part of the equipment. It's going to give you an attack plus 40 raw and plus 40 magic raw as well. And it's going to boost fire, ice, wind, and earth elemental resistance by 15%. His Super Trustmaster is named the Levinson's Bag of Toys. So that's the huge bag that he's carrying behind him that is full of lots of toys and a very, very special surprise that I hope you guys enjoy once you get to see his limit burst, because I saw the animation. It's absolutely hilarious. But this is a rare type of equipment that we don't see in FFBE very often, because Levinson's Bag of Toys is a mace. We don't have enough, Trustmaster, Super Trustmaster tier maces, in my opinion, in this game. So Levinson is bringing a mace that has plus 150 attack and plus 140 magic, which is absolutely excellent. It is a two-handed weapon, so make sure that you are equipping for true double hand. And this mace is going to enable a passive ability called Mighty Mary, which will be boosting your equipment attack and your magic attack by 50% when a single weapon is equipped in both hands. Again, you want to build in for true double hand. Okay? All right, well, Levinson seems, merry enough. Time to go on to Lucas. And Lucas is a 5 to 7 star unit. As you can see, his design is very, very interesting for the holiday season, because his role in this particular story that we have this time around it's a very different one from the ones that we've had in the past. You see, Lucas helps Levinson deliver all the toys to all the wonderful boys and girls who have behaved throughout the year.
So he's your glorified UPS driver.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Except I don't know if he can maybe propel himself. He could maybe fly. Yeah. Maybe he's more of like a drone. We don't know. But he helps Levinson with delivering all those magical packages, because he himself happens to be a magical tank. So he is going to be able to imbue himself with 3 elements: fire, ice, and wind. He's also going to be able to imbue these elements to other allies. He's going to have access to provoke, and of course AoE magic cover to make sure that your party doesn't suffer magic damage. He also has high elemental resistances, which prove very useful when you are a tank. And he will have attacks that chain with divine ruination, and also Christine's absolute zero, holiday appropriate. And he will have an MP recovery abilities for the whole party, which come really, really, really handy when you're stuck in a very long fight, and everybody's just using abilities, and you need to recover that MP when you're in a bind. So Lucas is going to be there to help you out. Now, Lucas also gets a Magnus ability, and his Magnus ability is going to be the epitome of defense, which you can use 1 time per entire battle. Again, save these for a snowy day. Okay, now he's going to boost fire, ice, lightning, water, wind, earth, light, and dark resistance by 100%. So that's all of the elements by 120%, excuse me, for 1 turn for all allies. And then he's going to reduce magic taken for 1 turn for all allies by 90%. So that means you're only taking 10% of that magic damage, which is absolutely incredible. Not to mention the 120% boost to all elemental damage. So he is the epitome of defense, as the name of the Magnus ability states, right? Some of the other abilities that should be notable for Lucas: he is going to have an ability called Flurry Cannon, which damages all enemies and restores MP for all allies. This will be in absolute 0 frames. And Elemental Cover, which you can use once every 5 turns, is going to reduce the magic taken by all allies for 1 turn by 75%, which is very, very nice. And then it's going to boost fire, lightning, and dark resist by 100% for all allies as well. So he is absolutely set to make sure that your party doesn't receive any damage, because he is not only a deliverer of presents, but he also cares for you. Yeah, he may be made out of metal, but his heart
he has a big heart.
Is quite soft and cuddly, probably.
And big.
All right, his Trust Master is going to be a heavy shield named Pridwin. It's going to have a defense plus 30 and spirit plus 70. Again, he's a magic tank, so that makes sense. It's going to boost fire, lightning, and dark resistance by 25%. And his Super Trust Master is going to be the fortified cuirass. I'm not...
Yeah,
it's a hard name. Curious.
Whoa.
The fortified cuirass. It's a type of heavy armor is going to have a defense plus 70 and spirit plus 102, and it's going to boost fire and lightning and dark resistance by 30%. So if you equip both on Lucas himself, he's going to have an elemental resistance to fire, lightning, and dark of 55% at the very least, which is great. So make sure that you guys are looking forward to both of these units, and I hope that you get really excited when you see them both in action. I think Levinson's design is particularly very fun and very apt for the holidays. What do you think, Em?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited to use holiday-themed units during the holiday seasons, as it just feels that much better.
Yeah.
You know, you just feel like awesome.
It really puts you in that headspace, right?
Yeah.
So make sure that you guys are getting your hands on those units so that you can get that awesome party bonus. And party on with holiday cheer.
Okay, next, why don't we take a look as well at the new trial boss?
Let's do that.
Did anyone get that?
Well, I think I did, but
Lucas.
Okay,
Anyways, never explain your own jokes, even no matter how bad they are. Anyways, yes, the new trial boss in the Chamber of the Indignant, making its way to you in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, Scorn of the Armor of Oppression. This looks like a pretty fearsome boss, I gotta say. The boss will have powerful physical attacks, but can be blinded to improve your chance of survival, and so that should help out a bit. He'll use magical damage every now and then as well, so you'll want to come prepared for that. And it may also buff its attack and magic, so you'll want to prepare ways to dispel those buffs somewhere in your party. And the boss will also not use elemental attacks, it will only use non-elemental attacks. So at least you got that going for you. You don't have to worry so much about that elemental damage. And also some of its attacks cannot be covered, while some of its other attacks can't be evaded either.
Oh, so even if you come in with 100% evade tank, you might not be safe.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That would be too easy, you know. You can't have that. This is the armor of oppression.
Yeah.
And but if you do manage to, you know, take down this fearsome foe, the biggest reward you'll get your hands on is the Darksteel Destroyer. Darksteel Destroyer.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it does sound cool. Which is going to be a great sword that grants plus 181 attack.
Nice.
Wow, that's good, yeah. And it'll also enable Darksteel Calamity, which will boost physical damage against demons and stone monsters. So again, very nice to use, especially during certain events when those types of units do come out.
Yeah, so good luck to you guys with the Armor of Oppression. You know, he's a big, bad Iron Giant that's ready to take you guys out, so you have to be faster and take him out first. I hope you can claim that awesome Darksteel Destroyer sword.
And just as well, White Knight Noel, Christine, and Kryla will be receiving latent abilities this time around. So make sure if you have those units, get those latent abilities.
Yeah, because we have slowly but surely learned that a latent ability could bring a unit back from the dead like you wouldn't believe. Because sometimes you have a really good unit and you keep them in your inventory and you don't use them for a while because you get a quote-unquote stronger unit sometime after that, but then latent abilities hit and they are just,
boom.
You know, the graph goes like this. So make sure that you're not sleeping on your Noel or your Christine or Kyla because latent abilities are coming and hopefully that brings them all back for the holiday. All right, well, it's that time to unfortunately end the very last show of 2019, but what did you guys think?
Hold on.
Oh.
I'd like to announce that the campaign everyone has been waiting for will start this week.
Oh my goodness, what could that be?
What campaign?
Yeah, and that this is Amazing Enhancement!
Yay! Oh my god!
I know.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Yes, and indeed, we'll be having the Amazing Enhancements campaign going on from December 19th to January 8th. And this will be a boost to great and amazing unit enhancement success rates, so get in on the action while you can.
We have been receiving a lot of requests about this campaign.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So we had an announcement in the November New York live streaming that this campaign will take place soon.
Soon, yeah. Like the shirt.
Yes,
soon.
soon. So, and it will happen during the winter holiday period.
Yes, so what better way
Yeah.
to celebrate the holidays
Yes.
than with the Amazing Enhancements campaign that everybody has been waiting for. I can't believe it's finally here. It has been too long. We have all been waiting. So if you guys don't remember how to make the most out of your cactuars during this campaign, because it hasn't happened for a bit, we did make a video once upon a time with the great and legendary Dasol Let's Talk number 9, where we explain how you can fuse cactuars to each other to maximize the experience that you can gain from them. So now is the time to fuse as many of your cactuars as you can to make sure that you're getting all of the precious experience, and then you can level up your 7-star units even faster. Very exciting stuff.
What other better way to spend the holiday season? I mean, just huddle up, buy a Christmas tree, or however you choose to spend your holidays with your family, loved ones. Or forever alone. Just no problem
Hey,
with that
no
too.
shame in that.
Just like me, just get all on Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Get your hands on all these amazing new Christmas units, because holiday-themed units are the best.
Yes.
And don't forget that the unit popularity contest is still going on. That's right, the one that was announced during the New York City live stream event. And so make sure to use this opportunity to vote for your favorite unit, because you can do this once every day, I believe, right? And you'll be able to participate in a quest where you'll get a vote ticket, which you can then use in the exchange shop to exchange it for a coin representing your favorite character. And that'll count as a vote.
Yes.
For that character. And this will be going on until December 25th, so make sure to get in on the action while you still can.
That's right, and there's so many global original units that you guys can vote for. Obviously, some of those units on the list have already been remade into different versions of themselves, so I'm very curious to see who is going to come out on top and get a new version of themselves this time around. Personally, I would like it to be somebody who hasn't had a chance just yet, so that they can be upgraded and kind of be more relevant to the meta. And it's always nice to see the same characters in a different light, so I'm very excited to see who comes out on top.
Okay, and then also from the 25th, we'll have the New Year Countdown special login bonus, where once again you'll be able to get your hands on some amazing rewards, such as the select summon tickets and, of course, 5-star summon EX tickets.
Yeah. So don't miss out. Make sure that you log in every day, of course, as you should be, especially during the holiday season when most people have a little bit more free time than usual because they're celebrating with their families and loved ones. But 2019 went by so fast, and we had a lot of fun this year, but I can't wait to see what 2020 is going to bring for FFBE.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your support throughout 2019. We promise to plan plenty of surprises for next year as well to make FFBE more exciting. So we hope you look forward to it.
Well, I know that I'm very excited to see what next year is going to bring for FFBE. Are you excited, Alex?
Are you kidding? This is the season to get excited, be jolly, and play Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
You've said it all. You are exactly correct. So again, happy holidays to you guys. If you don't happen to celebrate, then happy winter to you. Stay warm. Make sure that you take good care of yourselves. Drink your hot cocoa, drink your hot soup. Spend a wonderful, wonderful time with everyone who is very dear to you. And don't forget to log in and claim all of those rewards before they go away for the holiday season. And we will be seeing you in 2020. Because by the time that this is out, it's almost going to be the new year, and the next time we have an update is going to be in the future. So happy New Year to you guys.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
See you next time. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you.